Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Today I will be sharing with you common mistakes, common errors you may not been noticing throughout your time as a fashion designer that affect your pants cutting. So I will be very detailed in this tutorial, and I'll make sure I explain it so that at the end of this tutorial you change your pattern and have a good look of your pants. So look at this pants cutting here. Have you seen? This is one of the most worst. Is very okay for some people, but it gives the worst result ever, because actually the shape of a human being is not straight. So anything that causes you to curve, anything like this, bring out excesses here. Even while you are ironing, the thing will not go straight. Have you seen? So, and you have so many complaints like what you are seeing up here. Have you seen? It will bring tension to this hip side, and as such will not make your pants look good even when you tuck in with it as you are making your corporate dress. And most times you have so many errors again because of how long the crotch is. I'll be dropping all the common errors designers make here so that at the end of this tutorial you'll be able to correct them and help yourself out of it. And most of these times, the way you draft this, you're drafting at the ankle here for the folding, determines the result again you have. That's another mistake fashion designers make. So I'll make sure I'll correct all this in this tutorial. So it's your guy Oden Shalom from Fountains Fashion Center. I welcome you once again to this channel. Please, if you haven't subscribed, just smash the subscribe button and turn on the notification button so that each time we upload a new video as such as this, be the first person to be notified. So stay tuned and make sure you don't skip any part of this tutorial, because at the process I will be revealing so many tips and techniques and so many things you need to know concerning pants cutting. So let's go to the tutorial. These are the measurements we are going to be needing: the length, the waist, the laps, the knee, and the round, that is the ankle measurement. Please, if you want to gain from this tutorial, you are expected to pay close attention to it, because you may likely miss a point if you don't pay close attention. So that is the waistline, but before then, I will be showing you things you need for you to have your correct measurement. And you know, most of the times you're not supposed to use a freehand sketch. You need this 2 French cuff, a good scissor, a tape roll, and this tape here, and a good chalk that is well sharpened. So those are the things you are going to be needing. So, and you make sure you watch how I will be placing them, turning them around, because that is one of the errors most fashion designers don't know. And I wouldn't want you to, after watching this tutorial, go back to do the same thing. So let's go. Now that is the waistline. So now the accurate measurement, like I have said in my previous video, how to divide all these things, they are basic. Like the ones I'm going to be revealing, they are the basic. Have you seen? Like the length. If you don't want your length to be longer, you minus half inches from the real length, because you're going to be completing it with your waistband. Have you seen? So your nail measurement is always divided by 2, the full length divided by 2 to avoid those errors, plus 1.5 inches. That is the basic for every trouser measurement, except and unless otherwise. So have you seen? And the crotch here is divided by 4, full length divided by 4, to avoid this error you are seeing above here. Have you seen? If you don't take that basic measurement, you have the error that is just displayed at the screen. That error is caused by 2 things: the crotch and the hips measurement. So before the end of this tutorial, I will be telling you why the hips measurement contribute to all that force and that tension that comes out from that pant trouser you just saw there. So here I'm going in by 1 inches. Have you seen? In my previous video I explained this thing, but somebody still asked. That is the more reason, like 3 or 4 people have asked why it is like that. So I noticed that there's a problem there. That's why I'm coming up with this tutorial. 2 inches from that place you marked your laps, and the laps there divide by 2, minusing this 1 inches. 1 inches is not included in dividing that place. Have you seen? So now when you are calculating, you calculate from that point there down to the margin there. Have you seen? So that is the basic for a trouser or a pant that will be very good, mostly for suits. So you mark it like that and connect those points. They will help you to get your accurate measurement. So from that point of crotch, you minus that 1 inches from the margin here to have your waist. So you impute your waist there. So now you are going to be connecting, whether you connect it or not, this trouser or this pant is going to come out very well. But for the sake of accuracy or for beginner's sake, you have to connect it until you are used to it. Now, to impute these measurements, now we have 16, and if you have 16 and a half, it means you are going to give 4/1/8 the other side and 4/1/8 this other side. The same thing apply to the ankle measurement. Have you seen? You keep it at the middle of that line. So that is how you get your basic. And now there are things I want you to understand as this tutorial goes on. Now this, look at the way I place this, my French cuff. The hips have already come out here. That is the reason why there is always tension in the trouser or in the pant. Have you seen? It's not the same as the 1 inches there. There are hips measurement there. Now with the way, if you check the way the lesson I dropped on pant measurement, you see that without even measuring your hips, if you use this formula, you get the best pant cutting, because most times you use the hip measurement, you see that after finishing the pant, the thing will be too free and you have puff in the hips like a man. You know, not every man has that hip like that. So to avoid all those excesses, you're going to go in by 3/4 of an inch. And now, why you are going 3/4 of an inch, for you not to have the same excess like the one I displayed on the screen, the back will be longer by 2.5 or 3 inches than the front pieces of the pant, so that the tension of raising it up from the back will not make the front to have those puff. That is one of those errors you have to notice. And now in this aspect, most beginners make it straight. That is wrong. Have you seen? So it's not supposed to be straight, because when it is folded to this point of 2 inches, there's a tendency that the pant there has increased. So for it to have a good finish, you have to slant it that way like this, so that if you fold it, the thing will come to lap at the exact point it's supposed to lap. Have you seen? That's another thing you have to note for a good finishing. And now here, to enable you deal away with the excess and the complaint of being too tight, you are going to go, the basics is just 3/4 of an inch to connect it to that point. Anything less or more than that will give you a wrong work after finishing. Those are the things you have to note as a fashion designer. Have you seen? So if you haven't still subscribed and you are finding this video helpful to you, please smash the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, share for somebody out there who need this tutorial too, and make sure you turn on your notification so that each time we upload a new video, you'll be notified. You'll be one of the first person to be notified, because we upload important videos almost every day. So that is that. Look at the shape of this pant. If you follow this shape with the tutorial that is in my playlist to sew it accordingly, you have the best pant ever you want to have as a fashion designer. So those points there I'm noting are very, very important. Like this one, if it is bent like this, that inches you added there like 1/4 or 1/8 will come here to balance it. And the hips, there won't be any tension at the hips level here. Have you seen? So the hips tension is very, very, very important. Look at the hips and the crotch. Those are the things that enable you to have the best pant you want to have. So if you follow this tutorial just the way I have done, you have the best result. So I'm cutting it out now so that I will make the back from it, and make sure you watch carefully what I will be doing as I cut the back of this pant. Now look at how I placed it. This is another error people make. Look at the first line I'm drafting there. Have you seen it? So I will be drafting the straight one from the front pieces. I'll follow it and draft it straight. So it's not supposed to be this straight when you are cutting a pant, to avoid excesses and errors. Have you seen? I'm marking 3.5 inches. Look at what I came down by. Have you seen? Half inches or 3/4 inches should be down from the straight line. So the basic 2 inches, if you've been following me up, you know what is there. That 2 inches. 1 inch there is for the dart, and the other inches there is for the sewing allowance. So I'm connecting it up like that. Now look at where I stopped. Depending on the type of pant you are making, this is one of the basics of that measurement, because we have so many different types of pants. And if you want to know more about it, just check my playlist, or you can check the link below the comment section, because I'll be dropping a link there. So connect those 2 inches down there all through. Now there I have a fashion Zoom classes that are ready every day 247. If you need more advanced tutorial, more lessons from pseudo work, uniseps, concepts, or anything at all that pertains to fashion, just click on the link below, direct to my WhatsApp number or to my Zoom class for better understanding. So here I'm coming up by 2.5 inches, just like I said, because if there is anything that has a low waist and you are a responsible person and you want to drag your pants to the place it's supposed to be, it will cause the front to have that irregular shape, just like I displayed on the screen before now. So the back is supposed to be up because of the material or the space the hips and the buttocks consume. So that's why anything that is short more than that, out of research, it will cause your pants not to lie well. In case of any question, just drop it down below the comment section. I'll be right there to answer all the questions you have. So that is the full tutorial for this. If you know this video is helpful to you and you haven't subscribed, please do, because that's the only way you encourage us to keep you updated each time we upload a new video. Please turn on your notification, because that's very essential, so that each time we upload a new video, you'll be the first person to be notified, because I have series of very important tutorial I'm uploading recently. So don't miss out. Just stay tuned. Thank you for watching and have a nice time. See you in our next tutorial.